Hi, I'm John Byrne with Poets and Quants.
Hi, I'm Sandy Kreisberg, the HBS guru.
And welcome to another edition of Handicapping Your Elite MBA Odds. We have a woman from Tunisia. We'll call her Ms. World Bank.
Plus,
That's right, because it's not only the World Bank that she worked at.
there's more.
And indeed. Now, she has a rather low GMAT of 650. She intends to take it again and is hoping to get a 700 or 710.
I support that advice.
Totally, but that's a big improvement. 50, 60 points is a lot, right?
Yes.
So that's going to take a lot of work. She has 2 degrees from the Sorbonne, a bachelor and a master's, both in international economics.
Yes, and here's a question for our readers and listeners.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what her GPA is, but she claims her grade at the Sorbonne is 11 out of 20. Would somebody write back and tell us what that means?
Yeah, we're not quite sure. It doesn't sound all that impressive, but we don't know.
Okay. I got nothing to say.
Okay. She's fluent in 3 languages, English, Arabic, and French.
That's a plus.
Yep. So, as we said before, she had 3 years at the World Bank in Washington as an operations
let's
analyst.
get this right.
Okay.
First job was at Ernst & Young.
That's what we think.
Which is an okay international job.
Year and a half in Tunisia.
Year and a half in Tunisia. Ernst & Young in Tunisia is a good place to work.
And as a consultant, not a CPA.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Then she does 3.5 years at the World Bank doing a lot of things that seems, well, a lot of World Banky things. And what is she doing now?
She went to Kenya, where she works on a startup in solar energy on the fundraising part of it. So,
Okay, that could mean a lot of things. It could mean that that's a great, powerful job working for an investment bank solar energy company. It could mean, she's helping her cousin start a company.
Okay, the goal...
So that needs to be defined.
Okay, in Nairobi, the goal of the startup is to provide, quote unquote, reliable electricity to people in remote areas.
Yeah, goals are easy.
Okay, her goal, there's a segue, with an MBA is to work for an impact investment fund or a foundation. So, CBS, that's Columbia. Yep.
Impact investment fund, I think, I could be wrong. That sounds a step too far, okay? I think people who get those jobs come out of banking and PE. If the World Bank is a proxy for that, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's a hint, okay?
Yeah.
Let me say something about this woman.
Yeah.
Just the way she presents we got here what's someone who could go either way. She could be a very powerful, interesting person with a lot of interesting jobs and an interesting background, okay? That's one way. There's evidence here that she's a little frazzled, okay? For the same reasons, okay? She's jumped around, she's had a number of jobs, she's now working at some kind of unusual startup in Zimbabwe.
The chronology of jobs isn't exactly clear. We
Right,
don't know what her
yeah.
what her
So
age is.
It's important for her to make the presentation as standardized as possible. So claiming that you want a job for an investment firm, people read that and they go, lady, you're dreaming, The only people who get those jobs are people with a PE banking background. So that's my advice to her. Make it as standard as possible in terms of your goals.
And I'm thinking English is a second language here too, incidentally. All right, because she grew up speaking French in Tunisia. It looks like to me.
Her English is fine.
Yeah. Okay. Columbia, Stanford, London Business School, INSEAD, Oxford, and IE Business School in Spain.
Yeah.
Why don't you go with the ones you know for sure? Stanford and Columbia. What do you think?
Stanford, she's not getting into Stanford. Stanford likes a lot about her, but there's not enough Stanford things in terms of flipping Stanford accomplishments, like high GPA. The Sorbonne's good.
It's an elite school. Right?
Yeah,
Totally elite.
Sorbonne is good. She's going to have a hard time at Stanford. It's just not it's not their standard package for do-gooders. In Columbia, it's almost the same thing but less. I think Columbia is just Columbia reads people with skepticism, not with love, okay? Columbia looks at applications with skepticism, particularly if she never gets the GMAT up. Columbia, to get into Columbia with a below 700 GMAT and a real below average GPA is real hard.
Yeah. So what are the odds at Stanford and Columbia?
10%, 20%.
Okay. And you never know with Stanford because she's got an unusual, exotic background. And
yeah, I know.
There's possible appeal in here for Stanford, to tell you the truth.
If it would be, here's how someone like this gets into Stanford, okay? They go to the Sorbonne, they get whatever a first is there. They check in with a 730 GMAT. They stay at the World Bank, and they get some known position at the World Bank for hotshots. That's a Stanford application.
Fair enough. Okay. So London Business School and NCOT. What do you think?
Yeah.
Good shots there, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So what do you say her odds
50. You got show me the money. You can pay. You can go.
So you're saying 40, 50%?
This is a classic INSEAD LBS applicant.
Okay. And then
Euro person with high potential and a little bit of what's the politique way to say that? Some instability.
Okay, and then Oxford and IE Business School.
Yeah.
Shoe in at both, right?
Yeah, I
50
think so.
plus?
Yeah. Full disclosure, I'm no expert on European admissions.
I think Oxford and IE would love her. Oxford is very much into social enterprise. They'd love your goal. They would love the fact that you're working at this solar energy startup to provide reliable electricity
let me say
to
something.
remote areas in
Madam,
Nairobi.
I don't know what that solar energy startup is, but when you present it in your application, present it as standardized as possible. Does it have investment? Does it have independent investors? Does it have investment fund backing? Does it have private equity backing? If that's true, that should be on your resume, okay?
Yeah.
It should be the name of the firm and then comma. A private equity backed solar energy firm in Zimbabwe with, 200 employees, blah, blah, blah.
And explain why that's important, because
this could mean you're working for, saying you work for a startup could mean anything.
Yeah, and because the companies are not known to the admission officials,
right.
so that's why you really need
all
to
of
get
a
into
sudden,
what it does and how big it is. Yeah.
What is she? All of
Nairobi.
a sudden, she's in Nairobi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nothing against Nairobi, but where does she come to Nairobi from?
From the World Bank.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, make it clear.
Yep. Totally. All right. Hey, Miss World Bank Plus, good luck to you.
Yeah, just make sure it's not World Bank minus. That's my point.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah, put together a really good application, explain exactly what you're doing and whether or not that startup is backed by some good
Present
money.
the startup as standardized, as stable, as traditional, that's the word I'm looking for, traditionally startup as possible.
Great. Well, good luck to you. And for everyone else out there, if you're interested in an assessment from Sandy, tell us your profile, give us your stats, the comment section, and hopefully we'll get to you. Otherwise, good luck on that road to the MBA.
Au revoir.